Hello, everyone. Good evening. And
Good
I
evening.
just welcome you all the listeners, viewers, and Mrs. Sudha Mahajan today in the evening. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming and just accepting my invitation. I warmly welcome you here.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is mine. And I hope people are going to benefit from this. Yeah.
Yeah, surely. If it's you, I mean the person like you, it's definitely going to, I mean, be beneficial for the people. So everybody today, as I told, Mrs. Sudha Mahajan is with us, and it's a very interesting discussion today. We people are going to have is about teaching mindfulness and gratitude to the children, and ma'am is the expert of it.
Mhm.
Before we start the session, I would like to tell you something about ma'am. Just it's huge experience. She is a as a person, she is a great woman. She is cool, calm, composed, and full of wisdom, full of knowledge. She is a very great trainer, resource person at different firms. She is a graduate and postgraduate with English, and presently she is in Kulu. She worked with many of the organizations, institutions as a principal, as an educator as well prior, and then she worked as a principal. The latest tenure was in Kullu. Only she worked with Cambridge International School, Kullu, as a principal. And if as a trainer I talk, then she's a CBSE trainer. I met her there only. I mean, I got really impressed by her session, and I could not leave her. I mean, then I just chased her, and finally I got her on my way. And her experience, if I talk about training, so Vasant Valley School, Delhi, GD Goenka School, Surat, and Jaipuria group of schools, Sri Ram Global School, Delhi. There are many more schools, I mean, which are in the list for her training, because she's the expert of that. As I mentioned, she's a highly skilled trainer, and she has knowledge, all about the latest education stuffs, all the things. Means she's an appropriate person who can really get implemented this new education policy. And personally, I'm really influenced by her. I am also a CBSE resource person, and I have learned a lot from her, that how actually I mean, I should take the sessions and I should do the things. So thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. Once again, I welcome you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lalita. That was quite an introduction. I'm absolutely humbled and thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. So let's begin with the session for the parents now.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So today, as I told, we are going to discuss about mindfulness and gratitude. These two are very important elements in the growth of the children, especially in 21st century. So I just want to humbly request you, Sudha ma'am, that could you please tell us about, I mean, what is mindfulness?
Okay, so we are talking a lot about mindfulness nowadays. Basic mindfulness is just living in the moment. So, enjoying and paying attention to everything that you do. A very famous quote that we have, that the present is called the present. It is a gift that's the only moment you have. And so, we need to live that moment properly. So that is all that mindfulness is actually, in absolute,
Right.
gist, if I put it.
Means we keep on dreaming and we keep on thinking we are basically here, but actually not here. Means physically we are somewhere else and mentally we are somewhere else. So
Right.
syncing both
The
the things together is mindfulness.
right, because the past is something that is gone; it will not come back. Future, we do not know what is going to happen. It's the present that we have with us, and we need to live that every moment. So that is mindfulness.
Right. And the second word is which we are having today in this evening, in this unfolding hour, that is gratitude. So I
Right.
just request you to help us to understand this word also, like what is gratitude actually.
So I think gratitude is a word which we understand more, where we just talk about being thankful to simply for everything that we have. As human beings, we are so ready to talk about, I don't have this, I don't have that, but I'm never ready to say, I have this. So, gratitude is very important, that can be inculcated in children right from the beginning, because only then will they start valuing whatever they have and living mindfully. So, both of them are interrelated. That's how we took the topic also, because if you live mindfully, then you will express gratitude. And a known fact that if you express gratitude, your life is much more happier, and you enjoy your life much more and remain stress free.
Right. Like gratitude and mindfulness go hand in hand.
Yes,
If you are
absolutely.
mindful, then definitely you will be able to understand what all you have, and you will be able to pay gratitude towards that. And if you pay
Exactly.
gratitude towards things, means you are mindful, you are being into the situations, and you are understanding what is where, what is not. So these both things go hand in hand, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
So like what is the importance of mindfulness, if I ask you?
Yeah, so I'll actually bring out both the things together. So when we are talking about the importance of mindfulness, basically because you are living in the moment, so you start enjoying every moment. And if the viewers who are there, I would just like you, just to take 10 seconds maybe, and just look around you and see three things that have, which you are observing for the first time. So just take 10 seconds and have a look. It may be a very beautiful picture. It may be the nice curtains which you've had for years, but you don't realize you have them. And it may be, the nice breeze of the fan or the AC if most of you are in the planes. So just notice it and just see the kind of satisfaction that you will feel.
Hmm.
So once you experience that, you will this is a very minute example I have given you. So you will understand that how mindfulness helps you to de-stress. It helps you to understand and live in the moment. It helps you to understand your emotions and thus be able to let them pass over, and it gives you better sleep, and it helps you to deal with day to day life. And yesterday somebody was just talking to me and saying that, you know what, Sudha, why are we talking about mindfulness? Nobody ever talked to us when we were children about mindfulness. And I said, very true, because as children our world was much slower. As children, we did not have access to social media, right? So today the
Right.
children have an attention span of a few minutes. I mean, I should say a few minutes, like not more than
Yeah.
3 or 4 minutes they have, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
therefore, it becomes all the more important to teach them mindfulness and gratitude so that they start living in the moment, which was not needed in our times. Most of us maybe walked to school or we went in buses, and the buses were like they plied slowly. There were a few buses on the road, so we could notice things. But today, children only see chaos. So, to bring peace to that chaos, it is important to teach mindfulness.
Great. Very true. I mean, and you rightly said. If I remember, if I can recollect my childhood, so I was having lots and lots of time during vacations, also like going to grandparents, or my paternal house or maternal house, and then
Right,
we are going to the orchards and farms and doing and
right,
jumping and hoping. Lot many things we were doing. But
right.
nowadays, even if we talk about summer break, that is a very planned thing that we will go
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Else it is a summer, so you will go for this hobby, for dancing, for music, or for something else. Like they don't have
Right.
that time of freedom, so that they can be mindful, or so that they can observe the things. I mean,
Yes,
everything has been made so critical for them. You are
right,
very rightly, I mean just pinching us somewhere, which we really need to, parents really need to understand that they need to be, left free, so that they are mindful and they are able to observe the things around. We
right.
want to show them everything, I think, through our eyes, whatever we adults have, and there are many things that it happens in this way.
Yes,
That
yes.
is a
You know,
slang, and that, I must say, a stereotype.
yeah, and something as an adult now no longer surprises me, maybe, but it surprises a child. A
Right.
leaf flying from one corner to the other corner is something that
Yeah.
a child just goes crazy about and wants to run and catch hold of that leaf.
Hmm.
Probably as an adult, I wouldn't even pay attention to that. So that is
Right.
living mindfully, understanding that little bit and enjoying every moment that is there with you.
Hmm. And once again, I want to ask, like, why these elements are really very important, especially for children of 21st century.
Yeah, because you know what has happened is that I have got abundance of things, right? Today, both parents are working in most of
Families.
scenarios, right? So they are working and they have little time. So whatever time they have, they also try to give everything that a child asks for. So the
Hmm.
abundance is there that I don't realize that there has to be a no, and
Yeah.
I don't value anything I have. I'm not grateful. I don't express gratitude for anything because I think it's my
Hmm.
birthright. Right? So every
Yeah.
child thinks that, oh, I can just get it. And why should I
Hmm.
be thankful? So if you see, Lalita, in the past few years, the cases of suicides and these kind of things have really increased because the
Right.
children have lost acceptance to something happening which is not per their will. It may not be really wrong, but it's just not per their will or what they wish for. So when we
Yeah.
teach them mindfulness and we teach them gratitude, we teach them that how to look at things positively in life rather than to look at them negatively. And
Hmm.
it's okay if you have an abundance, you still need to be thankful for it.
Hmm.
So that is very important in today's
True, true, very true. Like these two elements, we know, like everybody knows, you and me are discussing it today. They are very important in
era.
the
Right,
personality of a human being or a child, if I say. But
right.
still, kids are lacking. So, what are the factors you feel behind it?
So,
One.
the factors behind it, as I said, is that we both these activities, both mindfulness and gratitude, have to be taught. They
Hmm.
cannot be imbibed on their own. They have to
Hmm.
be taught, and we as parents need to spend time to teach them how to be mindful and why should they be grateful. So
Hmm.
only if we teach them will they understand it and will they start practicing it on their own. Some of them might observe, it might be happening in their environment, so they learn from there, but not all. And therefore it is very important that we teach them, and it so that they can live their life positively. And I think this pandemic has taught us that life is we always knew life was uncertain, but this has hit us hard, and we've realized that we may plan as much as we want, but things will not happen the way we want. So I always tell parents that when you are ready for all questions, or with your answers, God changes the question. So, therefore, to be able to accept that question and let it come your way, and not feel stressed by it or overwhelmed by it, it's important to practice mindfulness and gratitude.
Right. So basically, I mean, I will try to conclude and kindly just let me know if I'm wrong. I mean, then here we can say one, the latest, the lifestyle what we have is responsible that kids are lagging in these two elements. Then
Yep.
secondly, if we talk about the ignorance of the parents, or the parents are not, they are more focusing on different academic stuff, activities and all, but not these basic life skills they are more focusing on.
Right.
And it
More
is something we
focusing on
cannot.
giving, you know,
Yeah.
they want
Yeah.
to give everything. Let's not give. Let them learn to so look for things and get it with time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So can you ma'am suggest some of the activities or some of the habits which can help parents to inculcate this gratitude and mindfulness in the children?
Yeah. So, one very important thing is that as a family, whenever you get the time, and I hope that at least families sit together for dinner, or maybe some occasion when they are together during the day, or especially one of the parent, whoever is with the child, they should start practicing these qualities, so I'll give you examples and just explain it to you that for example, that there was this child in our family who used to really scream and shout, and his mother came to me and she was like very disturbed, and she said, what do I do? I said, no, you do nothing. She says, I really get angry. I said, no, you don't have to get angry. All that you have to say is that I can understand that you are unhappy, but let us calm down. So I'll help you to calm down. How do we do that? Let's start breathing. So you ask the child to take a deep breath and then slowly breathe out. The child will not do it. I'm not saying that the child is going to do it instantly. No, the child is really going to react. Let the child react, and but you keep doing it, and soon the child will start following it and will learn to control their emotions and start living in the moment. And then every day, you can just ask them before putting them to bed, maybe just ask them to say one thing they are thankful for. Now, thankful should not be just, it should not be just an activity that's happening. It should be something we need to teach them. So, I am thankful for this because, why am I thankful? Not sometimes, children are very clever. They start feeling, oh, mama to roz puchegi. So, let us just, start saying, oh, yeah, yeah, I'm thankful for this. No. So, there you need to tell them that you need to notice what are you thankful. You need to notice what is happening around you. Then you need to think, why should I be thankful for this? And then you need to feel that thankfulness. You need to feel. So I've got a gift. So I can ask my child that, why do you feel you should thank for this gift? What is good about this gift that you need to say thank you? And then actually do the action of thankfulness. So if they follow these four steps of first noticing why, what are they thankful for, then feeling that thankfulness, then thinking about it, and then finally doing the act of being thankful. So that way we are able to teach them. And then a very interesting and a simple activity is artwork. Just asking them, whenever they feel something, just let them draw, and do not give them any parameters. Just tell them draw, and you'll find that children start expressing according to their emotions, right? So they'll and from the colors, the materials, what they make, you understand what's going inside them, and then you can, help them with whatever. And then maintaining a gratitude journal or a gratitude jar. You can just have a jar on your dining table or at some place in the house, decorated beautifully, and ask everybody. You can have, maybe post-its or something like that, and just kept there. And every evening, every person has to come and just put something inside that. And then once in a month, maybe you can just take out all those and just read. And then, say that, look, how much are we thankful for, and how happy we people are as a community. And I think that these are very, very simple things that you can do, anybody can do at home. And for mindfulness, one thing that really works is a mindfulness jar, where you just fill up a jar with water, put some glitter inside it, and if you want to put some other stuff, you can, and just shake it. So every time that you have an emotion, you are stressed, you don't know what to do, just shake that jar, put it in front of you, keep looking at it till it settles down. Your emotion will have come. And the similar thing you teach to the children, so they will have learned how to do. So these are things that
Right.
parents and children can do together.
I'm really amazed. I mean, now I can understand why are you so cool, calm, and composed, and so positive. Because these are such wonderful, I mean, activities which I'm just listening and feeling everyone should do it. I mean,
Yeah.
really, they are very, very powerful.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I just want to know, like, the difference between meditation and mindfulness. Is there some difference between both of them? Because people get confused between these two words.
Yes, there is a difference. Now, meditation is probably a higher realm, right? So where you need to go higher up and maybe, um, talk to the universe and maybe other things you can do. But mindfulness is a very, very simple activity. activity, and I think every school should teach it to their children. All that you need to start with is just asking them to take a few deep breaths. And if not, even with that, you can just start with asking them to put their palm, and all the people who are watching, if they can just put their palm on their heart and just feel the heartbeat. It's an amazing feeling that you get. It's this one heartbeat that is keep going, right? So that is just being mindful. How many of us have ever noticed our heartbeat? I don't think many, unless we have a high BP, or unless we are palpitating because of something. We really never notice it. So if you can just put your hand on your heart and just notice that heartbeat coming, you will realize, wow, I mean, what a miracle that is there. So that is one thing. So therefore, mindfulness is very simple of living in the moment. You can just breathe, and just take in some deep breaths, and that is enough. So that is what it's about. So I think there is some problem with the connection, is it? Yeah. So if there are people there, then we can just talk about mindfulness, just being where we do these simple exercises of where we ask people how to breathe, children how to take in their breath, so they can breathe simply, and then they can breathe, right? So just taking a few deep breaths, and like I told you, maintaining a mindfulness jar. So those are simple activities that you can just closing your eyes and imagining something nice, right? You can do that with your children. Like I normally do the smile exercise, where I ask children to, or the adults, to just close their eyes, and then I take them for a guided tour, and I tell them that you're going up and you're watching the blue sky and it's shining, and then you can see a smile there, and the smile is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and the whole sky gets full of smiles. So that is another thing that can be done, and which can kind of promote mindfulness.